Shaibu was found. Benue girls trafficked for prostitution rescued in Cote d'Ivoire. In business, central bank's 30% interest rate stifling growth, job creation, Dangote. Order forced the United States of America to provide $2.3 billion in new security aid for Ukraine. Other sports, Chelsea has completed signing of highly rated Maggie from Barcelona for €5 million. Hello and welcome to all of viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Edikan Michael. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo of Kogi State has pressed President Bola Tinubu for appointing Mr. Mohammed Shaidu as Executive Secretary of Nigeria Police Trust Fund. The governor, in a congratulatory message to the new NPATF boss, which was signed by the State Commissioner for Information and Communication, expressed gratitude to the President for considering Mr. Shaidu of the well-deserved appointment. The Senate has passed for a second reading a bill seeking to allow all persons, including foreigners resident in Nigeria, the right to obtain and use national identification number. The bill also seeks to replace criminal penalties with administrative enforcement measures to encourage compliance with main usage requirements without imposing undue legal consequences on individuals. The bill, sponsored by the Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibril, entitled National Identity Management Commission Repeal and Enactment Bill 2024. A member of the House of Representatives representing Degema Boni Federal Constituency, Rivers State, Cyril Hath, has walked out of the Green Chamber during the plenary after accusing the Deputy Speaker of discriminating against new members during parliamentary debate. Hath, a member of the People's Democratic Party, made the allegation a few minutes after the lawmaker representing Damboa Kwazu Chibok Federal Constituency in Borno State moved a motion condemning the recent suicide bombings which claimed lives in the northeastern state. The motion elicited debate from many lawmakers, including the Chairman House Committee on Navy, Idris Wase, the Chairman Committee on Defense, Pemba James Benson, and a host of others who were recognized to speak by Carlo, who presided over the plenary in the absence of the Speaker, Mr. Tajuddin Abbas. The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to investigate what it called the exploitative and predatory pricing practices against Nigerian businesses for the foreign counterpart operating in Nigeria. The motion, moved by the member representing Ikorodu Federal Constituency, Lagos State, Babinjimi Benson, noted that international business ethics and standards like the United Nations Global Compact Guidelines for Multinational Enterprises and ISO 2006 for social responsibility, among others, require businesses to operate in a fair, healthy, and efficient manner, while ensuring competitive trade practices in the operation of their businesses at home and abroad. Individuals seeking to get admitted to the National Open University of Nigeria and Open Distance Learning Centers are now mandated to register via the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. An advisory released by the board states that such candidates are also expected to register with their unique national identification number. JAMB noted that the move is to checkmate nefarious activities. The board, however, promised to make the registration process as seamless as possible. And now, the Niger State Governor Mohamed Bago has announced the offer of automatic employment to National Youth Corps members who studied medicine and other health-related courses to address shortages of doctors and other medical workers in the state hospitals. Bago made this known during the swearing-in of the 1,600 Youth Corps members posted to the state for the 2024 Batch B Stream 1 at the Permanent Orientation Camp in Paiko, the headquarters of Paiko Local Government area of the state. And now from the Villa, Vice President Kashim Shettima has visited victims of the suicide bombs attacks in Borno State, where a suspected female suicide bomber detonated explosives in Gwoza Local Government area of Borno State. A curfew has since been imposed on Gwoza over the suspicions of another attack. During his visit to the Borno Specialist Hospital, Shettima conveyed the sympathy of President Bola Tinubu to the people and the state government. He also said the death toll has risen to 32. VSTV MultiChoice has allocated channel 365 to Global Television Abuja on its platform. In a letter to the managing director, Dr. Ibrahim Biu, signed by the DSTV multi-choice head third-party channel Tunde Onakayo, says the channel is allocated after due consideration of technical and content capability of the television station. It says subscribers of DSTV will now be watching Global TV on the multi-choice platforms, which will be launched later this month. At the Hill, India-bound passenger Freeman Charles Obama, who was arrested by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency 3 months ago after vomiting and excreting 80 wraps of cocaine at the screening point of Terminal 2 of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport to Ikeja, Lagos, has been sentenced to 25 years imprisonment by Federal High Court. Obama was arrested on March 31st while attempting to board his flight to The Hill, India via Doha with a Liberian international passport bearing the name Kara Bismarck. It was taken for a body scan which tested positive for ingestions of illicit drugs. Now, the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control has sealed about 100 shops in the main market, Enugu State, for alleged dealing in suspected fake alcoholic beverages. The agency also confiscated a truckload of adulterated products as well as arrested 4 traders. Speaking after the raid and arrest, NAFDAC's Director Southeast Zone, Martins Ijowemed, said the suspects were already in custody and will be charged to court after ongoing investigation. Nigeria Center for Disease Control has called on state government to prioritize access to safe water, basic sanitation and proper hygiene practice in the communities to curb the menace of cholera cases in the country. Director General, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Dr. Jide Idris, met the call while giving an update on the cholera outbreak in Abuja. Queen Agaba has details. While awaiting for that details from Queen Agaba, let's now get to the fact that Chairman of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has criticized the hike of interest rates to almost 30% by the Central Bank of Nigeria, speaking at the banquet hall of the State House, Abuja, during the opening session of the 3-day summit organized by Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. He said with the present interest rate regime, it will be difficult to create jobs. Now let's get the report from NCDC given to us by Queen Agaba.
Cholera, a highly contagious food and waterborne disease, has in recent times reared its devastating head in the country. The Director General, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Dr. Jide Idris, urged the local government areas to ensure open defecation-free environment, as well as provide well-equipped facilities to manage cholera cases with relevant treatment and infection prevention. He further called on the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Environment to ensure adequate water, environmental sanitation in all local government areas and communities.
10 states out of the total states in Nigeria are responsible for about 92% of the cases we have now. And out of those 10 states, which is interesting, 7 of them are from the southern region of Nigeria.
The Director General further says as of June 30th, 2024, a total of 2,102 suspected cases and 63 deaths have been recorded across the 33 states and 122 local government areas, with a case of fatality rate of 3.0% since the beginning of the year.
It is critical to also address the relevant capable work staff and workforce shortfall at state and local government levels to improve capacity to prevent, detect and respond to public health emergencies.
The NCDC reiterated its commitment to continue to work with partners to lead the health sector response to cholera outbreak. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reported.
However, from that, the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons confirmed the rescue of 5 Benue girls trafficked to Côte d'Ivoire for prostitution. The commander of Makurdi Zonal Command, Mrs. Gloria Bay, said the girls are still in Nigeria Embassy in Côte d'Ivoire. Recall that a trending video on social media showed 5 girls whose ages ranges between 18 and 21 years old and were speaking the thief language, mentioning their names and ages. The girls claim in the video that they were sold to Côte d'Ivoire for prostitution by a lady who is based in Jatokai in Kwande local government area of Benue State. The state coordinator told journalists in Makurdi on Tuesday that our attention was drawn to the case on Monday, July 1st, 2024, about the girls rescued in Côte d'Ivoire. Operative of the Nigerian Immigration Service Ilela Border Command, Sokoto, have arrested 25-year-old Rakaya Azan, who attempted to traffic two underage girls across the border to Niger Republic. The Command Public Relations Officer Mohammed Abdullahi said this in a statement in Abuja. Abdullahi said that the victims had been handed over to the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons for further investigations. You're watching News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital Abuja on Star Times Channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now shown on the screen. What News Prime returns: CBN's 30% interest rate, stifling growth, job creation. Thank God. These and other stories come right after this break. Do stay with us.
Welcome to Bayes University, Abuja, Nigeria, with a legacy of excellence and a vision for nurturing future leaders. Bayes University is in a league of its own. We're all about our people, processes, and technology.
Bayes is one of the highly rated universities in Nigeria in terms of product quality standards.
We don't just produce graduates, but groom people into employers of labor.
And it has made us understand that learning is all about three things. We learn, we unlearn, and we relearn.
Bayes University Hospital offers a range of specialized services equipped with the latest technology, manned by a team of trusted professionals. And now, our vision extends beyond our walls with the Baba Ahmed University in Kano following our lead. Join us at Bayes University and invest in your future today.
Bayes University is the institution where you will get the best value for money education in Nigeria.
Bayes University. Learn to live.
Are you a food lover? Do you care about your health and nutrition? Are you interested in exploring the diverse culinary traditions from around the world? Then look no further. Introducing Lunch Global on Global Television, a show that takes you on a delicious journey through the world of food, nutrition, and diet. So, whether you're a seasoned foodie, a health enthusiast, or simply curious about the world of food, Lunch Global has something for everyone. Tune in Mondays to Fridays and let your taste bud take you on a journey of flavor, culture, and discovery on Lunch Global. Bon appetit!
You're still watching News Prime, coming to you live from the nation's capital. Many thanks for staying with us. And out to the foreign scene, Kenyan police fired tear gas to scatter small crowds in the capital of Nairobi after youth activists called for a fresh protest following deadly violence during anti-tax hike demonstrations last month. Activists have stepped up their campaign against President William Ruto despite his announcement last week that he will not sign into law a controversial finance bill that triggered what he has branded treasonous protest. The Kenyan National Commission on Human Rights said that 39 people had been killed and 361 injured during the 2 weeks of demonstrations and condemned the use of force against the protesters as excessive and disappropriate. President Joe Biden has warned that the U.S. Supreme Court's landmark ruling on the presidential immunity sets a dangerous precedent that Donald Trump will exploit if elected in November. The conservative-dominated High Court ruled that Trump and all presidents enjoy absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts taken while in office, but can still face criminal penalties for unofficial acts. And meanwhile, President Joe Biden's administration has proposed a new regulations aimed at safeguarding laborers exposed to extreme heat as climate change continues to excavate heat waves across the United States. The proposed rule targets a wide range of workers, including mail carriers, delivery personnel, construction workers, landscapers, and restaurant staff who face high heat indexes regularly. According to government estimates, the regulations will impact approximately 35 million workers, both in indoors and outdoors, who are exposed to a heat index of 80 degrees, 26 Celsius or higher. Now, the United States will provide a new $2.3 billion security assistance package for Ukraine that will include key air defense and anti-tank weapons, the U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says. The announcement comes after Kyiv weakened and outgunned forces are struggling to hold back invading Russian troops, with Moscow regularly claiming the capture of the new villages in eastern Ukraine. Now, the United States will soon announce more than $2.3 billion in a new security assistance for the Ukraine, Austin says at the start of the meeting with his Ukrainian counterpart Rustem Umerov. And away from that, flood hits Indian state of the Assam is on a high alert as it braces for more rains in the coming days. The northeastern state has been inundated by flood waters for several days after more than 600,000 people and killing at least 34. The Chief Minister Hamitas Biswa Sama has said that next few days will be critical as India's weather department has predicted more rainfall in some districts. At least one person has died after hurricanes made a landfall in several countries in the Caribbean. Thousands of people remain without power or are living in temporary shelters in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The hurricane was upgraded to Category 5 and is moving west towards Jamaica. It is expected to southeast Mexico by the end of the week. The federal government has approved the exemptions of small businesses, manufacturers and farmers from paying withhold tax as a way of reducing the tax burden on businesses. It also introduced key changes to the previous tax regime, such as reduction of rate for businesses with low margins and measures to curb evasion. The chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policies and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, in a post on his official X handle, announced that President Bola Tinubu has approved the new holding tax regime for the country, with the official gazette expected to be signed in the coming days. Now, the Federal Competitions and Consumer Protection Commission conducted raids on 3 steel manufacturing companies in Ogun State due to the late production of substandard iron rods and other anti-competition practices. According to the commission, the affected companies are African Foundries Limited in Ogijos, Monarch Steels Limited, and Cam Steels Integrated Company, also in Sagamo. Acting Executive Vice Chairman of the Commission, Dr. Adamo Abdullahi, stated that the Commission visit was based on intelligence suggesting potential anti-competitive behavior by these companies. The Nigeria Climate Innovation Center, a global network of the World Bank's Community Innovation Centers and the members of the Climate Buzz Innovative Network, have said that the proposed 10% green tax on the single-use plastics in Nigeria will affect production and consumption through its increased pricing to consumers and households. In a statement, the center explained that green taxation is a policy used by government to promote sustainable behavior by imposing taxes and fees on activities that pollute and degrade the environment. He said embracing circular economy principles could enhance economic resilience, reduce dependency on the finite resources, and foster sustainable consumption and production patterns in the country. Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the president of Dangote Industry, has criticized the Central Bank of Nigeria's 30% interest rate, warning that such industry policy is capable of stifling business growth and job creation in the country. This is as the business magnet also provides solutions to sustain the existing local and foreign investment as well as attracting new investors into the country. Dangote made these known in keynote speech delivered at the opening of the 3-day Nigerian Manufacturers Summit with the theme Rethinking Manufacturing in Nigeria. And that was in business. And now to sports. Italian report says Premier League giant Arsenal are preparing to make an offer for Osimhen striker Victor Osimhen after Napoli reduced their asking price. The Gunners, who finished as runners-up in the 2023-2024 Premier League season, are now ready to negotiate with the former Serie A champions. Martino stated that Napoli are no longer insisting on a €120 million release clause included in the Osimhen's new contract signed in December 2023. The 25-year-old forward has no interest in a move to Saudi Arabia despite the lucrative offers from the region. Napoli are keen to sell him this summer and focus on acquiring a new striker. However, completing a deal has proven to be challenging, although Napoli president Aurelius is actively working on the sale. Jude Bellingham is to be investigated for a potential violation of the basic rules of decent conduct and faces a possible ban after he made a seemingly crude gestures following his dramatic equalizers against the Slovakians on Sunday night. Union of European Football Associations has launched a disciplinary probe amid the claims the England star directed his gesture towards the bench in the girls' carriage. The player himself was quick to take to social media to point out that the act was a joke aimed towards close friends who were in the stands. Cristiano Ronaldo has so often been Portugal's savior that potentially becoming the villains brought him to tears. The 39-year-old superstar was shown crying after missing a 105th-minute penalty in the Celesco's Euro 2024 last 16 victory over the Slovenia. Despite multiple attempts at the goal and then the chance serving his spot kick, Ronaldo could not pierce Slovenia's sturdy defensive wall, and eventually the match finished goalless across 120 minutes, leading to penalties, taking Portugal's first spot kicks. This time, the former Real Madrid hitman did find the net, and his team trumped 3-0 on the penalties after Diego Costa saved all the three Slovenia's efforts. Chelsea have secured the signing of 18-year-old Marc Guehi from Barcelona. The Blues triggered the striker's €5 million release clause, and he has now signed a 5-year contract with the option of a further year. Along to Manchester United have now launched the new home kit ahead of the 2024-2025 Premier League season. The Red Devils are looking to bounce back from their worst ever Premier League finish last season as they enter the first full campaign under the leadership of Sir James. The Raptors opted to give managers Eric ten Hag a chance to put things right, as he opted not to swap managers, with the Dutchman set to lead the club into another year of their rebuild. As we wrap up the Global News Prime, let's take a look at the top stories. Otholo hails Tinubu for appointing Shaidu Executive Secretary of NPTF. Benue girls trafficked for prostitution rescued in Cote d'Ivoire. And out to business, CBN's 30% interest rate stifling growth and job creation, says Dangote. Are forcing U.S. to provide $2.3 billion in a new security aid for Ukraine. And a spot we told you, Chelsea has completed signing of highly rated Marquinhos from Barcelona for €5 million. And that's the package on News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now shown on the screen. I'm Edika Michael, many thanks for watching us tonight. See you again.